Alright, welcome to my playthrough of Fear and Hunger 1. This will be a semi-blind playthrough, as I've played through the game before for a couple hours, but I never ever actually ended up beating it. I've beaten the second game, and I have a recording of it on this channel, but I have discontinued it, as I wasn't a huge fan of how the run was going. And I kinda got burnt out of Fear and Hunger 2, as I beat the game like 4 separate times. So I'm gonna try and play through the first game. We're going to be playing as Cahara on the base difficulty, as I don't think I'm ready to do Terror and Starvation in hard mode. So yeah, I will be commentating over most things, especially dialogue and diary entries that we find throughout the game world. So without further ado, let's begin. You were born with the soul of the endless. That makes you yearn for freedom and forces you to push your creativity to its limits. You put your creativity to test in the most harshest of environments. You were born and soon abandoned in the capital of the Eastern Sanctuaries, Jataya. You had to choose at a very young age to either become a pickpocket, a burglar, or try to struggle and lead an honest life. I might become a burglar. Your life spent learning thievery certainly didn't go to waste. You learned to live with constant fear and danger over the years. The crude streets of Jataya teach you valuable lessons. You learn lockpicking. As you grew older, you took parts in various mercenary armies and learned the dirtiest tricks to stay alive. You were taken in by a notorious veteran highwayman, and you joined his little band of criminals and ex-soldiers. During one of your many raids, your brigade got ambushed. The odds were seriously against you. You could have abandoned your comrades and kept your life, or you could have fought to your last breath. I'm gonna abandon my comrades. Not a very nice thing to do. You learn escape plan. You traveled across the land in your raids and eventually settled down in the kingdom of Rondon, where silver was loose as long as you were up for getting your knife dirty. One day, you got an ominous task from the officials of the kingdom. You are to be paid well in silver if you get a captain of a fabled mercenary army out of the dungeons of Rondon itself. From the dungeons of Fear and Hunger. The morbid place has been used as a wartime prison by the kingdom, and for some reason, they need an outside sword like yourself to infiltrate their very own stronghold. Something is clearly not right about this mission, and you have felt nausea since the moment you agreed on the job. But you are short on silver, and the reward is all that matters in the end. You spent your last night in the kingdom stocking up food for the mission. You get 3 dried meat, a moldy bread, and a cheese. The dungeons of Fear and Hunger stand in front of you. Alright. You search the crate for anything useful. You find a stick. Pine cone. Dried meat. You hear distant barking from afar. Dried mushrooms. Salami. The barking is getting closer. You step inside the darkness. You feel your sanity decline with every passing moment. An unnatural hunger begins draining your strength. A strong smell of gore fills the darkness. The room is filled with meat-eating flies. There's a body on the ground. Seems like a sacrificial gift for the older gods. So this playthrough will also include all of my deaths. I won't keep this as a clean playthrough. This will be a rough playthrough. You will witness everything that happens to me in this game to all of its full glory. So, yeah. There's a blue herb. Throwing dart. I want to try to avoid fighting the Manabuzz as best as I can, as I'm not trying to get a worm infection this early. That would not be very fun. Worm juice. It's actually kind of lucky. I never usually get those this early. Oh, I'm being dragged down. Darkness surrounds you. That is not very, nice. I'd like you to leave me alone, please. The armory here has miscellaneous armor pieces laying around in various conditions. Let's choose heads. You found arm guards. Unfortunately, everything here seems to be in too bad of a shape to use. The door's locked from the other side. Tinder boxes. Oh my god, that is very lucky early on. Okay. Definitely was not expecting to grab that early. That is, very shocking to say the least. Okay, we're looking fine on mind and hunger for now. A lone skeleton sits here. Your dark descent is just in its beginning steps. A nameless grave stands here. The dirt seems somewhat fresh, suggesting it's not that old. Here lies Yuho of the Northern Woods. Although he only briefly served in the dungeon, he is severely missed. 1562 to 1590. Here lies Sarah Sonia. Her brute strength beat every man in an arm wrestling match. 1564 to 1590. Here lies Jonah. This one desperately sought death. Well, hope she's glad now that she's found it. 1564 to 1590. Here lies Sarah Jacob, the great storyteller who made everything just that much more lively. 1561 to 1590. The cross is missing any text, but for some reason the hole has already been dug here. The pit is almost like waiting for someone. Here lies Sarah Anders, 1557 to 1590. Someone has engraved something on the tombstone. Hope I get to taste your creations once we meet again, dear friend. Here lies Lerone of Corso, the mage no one asked for, but the mage we deserved and got. 1563 to 1590. I find it kind of weird that all those tombstones ended in the deaths at 1590. The coffin is sealed shut tight. The stone slab over the coffin is too heavy to move. Interesting. Those are some big lanterns. cabbage, cheese, a pipe. A statue of a maiden and a crow watching over anyone who rests here. This room feels somewhat safe as a place can be in these dungeons, that is. Let's tear the blanket. You got a cloth fragment. The warmth of the bonfire soothes you. Opium powder. Okay, definitely interesting. Ooh, there's a bunch of blood everywhere. Found ale. Tinder boxes. Dirt. And one lesson I've learned playing these games is that if you want to live, you're gonna have to loot like a Skyrim hoarder. Cabbage. Rotten meat. Throwing dart. And more tinder boxes. There are remains of a bizarre creature left here. The blood is still wet. Hold it. Just hold it right there. You are sane, I gather? Even if I may seem winded and wounded, I can still pack a deadly blow or two, so do not get any ideas. Who are you? I am Ser Seymour, a knight from the Grand Kingdom of Rondon. I serve my country to the last breath, just know that. What is it? What are you doing down here? I delved down here together with my comrades. We have a mission to fulfill. The fate would, however, have it, so that each of us got lost, I fear, for the worse. Now my priority is to regroup with the Crown Prince, Prince Ludwig Buckman, and with the rest of my party as well, if possible. What has happened down here? It is a mystery. I have no idea how things are in this shape. The dungeons are beyond unholy at this point. Do you know this place? This place is used as prisons by the Kingdom of Rondon. Everyone knows these dungeons around these parts. They are pretty notorious, in fact. All kinds of rumors are exchanged in the darkness of the night. The rumors speak of unimaginable horrors. Who knew they were not just pesky rumors? Are you hurt? You noticed it, yes. I got hurt by that bastard over there. Caught me off guard. The thing splurts out acid, and watch out if you ever run into one of them. Okay, meat cleaver. Seems like that's everything that I can get in this area. Let's put those arm guards. Before I head any further, I just want to quickly save my game. But first, I just want to loot anything I can. Red vial. Short bow. The door is jammed and the lock seems to be busted. Okay, let's head back. Let's eat something before we go. Let's have some moldy bread. Looking much better. feel a bit rested, even though you had troubling dreams. It felt like someone was watching you while you slept. This room does not feel safe anymore. Well, with that, this concludes part 1 of my playthrough. Before we head into the prisons, I forgot to install the sensor mod for this game, and I'm going to have that done before I post this on YouTube, as for obvious reasons I don't want my videos being taken down from this game. So thanks for watching, and I'll soon be uploading a part 2. Thanks again.